Hi, welcome to another edition of City 101. Well, this show is going to be fairly timely because it's that time of the year. It's tax season, and I'm talking about property tax season. What happens is, in early March, Hennepin County will send out your property tax statements for the current year. That is, taxes that are due and payable during 2011. In fact, it's March 4th today, and I know the tax statements are in the mail. So you'll be seeing them very shortly in your mailbox. The property tax statements that you get are your property taxes, again, for 2011. The first half are due on May 15th. Now, you can pay the whole thing on May 15th if you want to, but you don't have to. The first half is due on May 15th. The second half is due on October 15th. If you don't make those payment dates, you're going to incur a penalty, and you certainly don't want to incur a penalty on top of your property taxes. But at any rate, those are coming out, and you should be seeing those. At the same time, at the end of March, you'll be seeing another statement that comes in the mail, and that's going to be your estimated market value for the next year. Those get mailed out again at the late part of March, and what that statement will have is it'll have this county assessor's estimated market value of your home, and that estimated market value is going to get used as the basis for calculating property taxes for the next tax year. That would be 2012. When you get that statement, you have an opportunity to appeal the value that the assessor puts on that property if you choose to do so. And if you do, in Richfield here, call the city assessor's office, and that number is 612-861-9710, and they'll put you in contact with someone you can sit down and talk to and go over the value of your home, just to make sure that that there were no mistakes and that you feel at least that you've had a say in what the assessor believes your market value to be. Now, one thing I want to mention about the tax statements that you'll be receiving. If you remember, back in November, you got what was called a T&T notice, or Truth in Taxation notice, and that was an estimation of what it was thought that your taxes would be for 2011. If you compared your T&T notice that you got, at least in Hennepin County, from December or November 2010 to the tax statements that you're going to get here in 2011, you'll see that the actual taxes are slightly lower than what it was predicted for your property, and that's because some of the tax rates were adjusted downward from the time that those T&T notices were put together to the time the taxes were actually adopted. So it's tax season. And one thing I want to remind you of is that there's other City 101 shows that you can take a look at to help you understand how it got to the property taxes that you're going to be paying for 2011. There's actually what I call the Tax Trilogy show. There's a City 101 that talks about your market value and how that was established. There is one on tax capacity, which is an important concept on how we calculate property taxes in Minnesota, and then one on tax capacity rates, or the multiplier that's used to multiply against the tax capacity value of your home to arrive at a property tax. So if you look at those three shows, you should get a pretty good idea of how property taxes were calculated on your home and how all those concepts tie together. So until I see you next time on City 101, take care.